morning. I'm Olivia Bazagla. You are listening to the Early Sports Breakfast here on talkSPORT. Thank you for your company this Monday morning. It's Alan Brazil and Ali McCoy that'll be here with you for talkSPORT Breakfast. That's from 6 a.m. I mentioned earlier, if you weren't listening, Alan is doing all 5 days this week. Right, some of your headlines this Monday morning. England's rugby union side made it 11 victories in a row with a thrilling 27-23 win over Argentina at Twickenham, concluding a perfect autumn record of 4 from 4. The F1 title race was blown wide open just hours after the Las Vegas Grand Prix after both Lando Norris and McLaren teammate Oscar Piastri were both disqualified for technical infringements. We'll have more on that in the paper review in just a moment. And a Morgan Rogers double turned defeat into victory for Aston Villa against Leeds. That win sees Unai Emery's side move into the top 4, while Daniel Farke's championship champions fall into the bottom 3. Let's hear from both the managers now, starting with Farke and finishing with Emery.
I'm just concentrated on my group and what we have to do in order to stay up. So I can't afford to think about my position or whatever. The only thing is more like how I manage to keep this lads up. We had a good start right now in terms of results. We had a bit more difficult period. I expected it would be at some point a bit more difficult period today. Yeah, very unlucky and very undeserved, I would say, but also after such a result, you have to speak about the things that you could improve, and definitely is to defend on the left flank before the goals better. Yes.
The consistency we had the last 2 months, progressively getting better, progressively competing better, and the last month we achieved very good wins against Tottenham, against Manchester City, against Bournemouth, but how we were coming back after the break was our challenge before the match, and how the players were again getting our standard higher than we did at the beginning of the season.
I mean, it was a good weekend for England players, wasn't it? Morgan Rogers, who we all know is Thomas Tuchel's preferred number 10 choice right now. He obviously scored twice. Eric Chiesi scoring a hat-trick. Callum Wilson scored twice. Danny Welbeck scored again. Morgan Gibbs-White as well. Thomas Tuchel has so many amazing problems right now. And I still can't foresee who on earth he's going to take to the World Cup in the summer. There was Marcus Tavernier, Jack Hinshelwood, Harvey Barnes also scored as well. So a brilliant, I suppose a brilliant weekend for a lot of the Englishmen. Heard from Daniel Farke there. What about Leeds? We thought that their former Elland Road would be important. They have only won 2 of their 6 home games, and they've lost their last 3 in a row. I wonder how Leeds fans are feeling about Daniel Farke. 81089 on the text. All right, let's take a quick call this morning before we get into the back pages. Kevin is a very, very happy Gooner, one of many. Morning, Kevin.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks. Yeah.
I mean, the North London derby couldn't have really gone any better for Arsenal, could it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I've been saying this to a lot of people that I know as well, friends, family, people at work. This really is their year. I know a lot of Gooners say this every year, but every year we've always been the bridesmaid because we lack strength in depth. Yet last season we relied on our defence, which our defence was the best in the league. And while every other team in the league should have tried to emulate that and strengthen their defences, and they strengthen their attacks. And you've seen what's happened with Liverpool by not neglecting to strengthen their defence. What's happening with them, mentality-wise. Arsenal already had a great defence, and what did Arteta go and do? He went and bought another good defenders. We didn't even miss Gabriel yesterday. Last season I've been really worried, without Kivior would be a bit shaky down the back, but Kincapi was the best defender out of anyone on that pitch yesterday. And we've also got Mosquera, so we've got a left foot as centre back and a right foot as backup. Didn't really miss the Gyökeres yet, but I think our play hasn't always depended on a striker to get us over the line. It's great, but he adds that extra depth up front and holds the play up, and it's great to have him back. But I think Arsenal, this will be their year. We've got players like Gabriel Jesus to come back, and Havertz as well. So there's going to be a major selection headache, which is a good thing for Arteta. And I honestly believe that this season, Arsenal, by come March, they'll be in a comfortable position. And I don't know who their main competitors are, whether it's going to be Man City, Chelsea. It seems to fluctuate a lot, but it doesn't really bother me any. I'm not really looking over my shoulder. I'm just focused on the results, and no matter how we get it, whether we win by playing football against Spurs, they try to play football and that's what happened to them, or they come up with a low block. If you come up with a low block, we'll get you on set pieces.
Yeah. Kevin, I mean, everything you say, I think most Arsenal fans will agree with as well. Arsenal in a very good position. Thank you very much for calling in this morning, Kevin. A very, very happy Arsenal fan. For more on all of the day's biggest stories and anything we've just spoken about, you can head over to talksport.com. Right, it's time now to get into the back pages. And delighted to say, Extra Time host Kane Reeves joins me in the studio. I mean, Kane, it's all Eze mainly, isn't it? But what else is there on the back pages?
A lot of love for Arsenal as they look to win the Premier League with a 6-point lead. Now, the stats look good for Arsenal here because it says here that no team has failed to win the title with a lead of 6 points or more after 12 games of a Premier League season. That's not too bad, is it? So
Pressure.
It's looking good so far. Arsenal, lots of pictures of Eberechi Eze celebrating with some interesting puns for Eze. North London for Ebba.
I really like that.
Clever on the back page of the Sun. Back page of the Mirror, 3 and easy with Eze celebrating. Lots of other puns for that, but also a lot of digs at Liverpool as well. A lot of papers still dissecting that result against Nottingham Forest.
I think a lot of people, because of the manner in which Arsenal won the North London derby and the fact they've gone 6 points clear at the top, and we've almost sort of forgotten that Liverpool got beaten at home to
if I was a Tottenham fan, I'd be incredibly worried, though, this morning, because Thomas Frankie was giving out a few sort of, I'm very sorry to the fans. I think he's only got one apology to the fans, really, isn't he, for a North London derby like that. He can't have another one like that in his tenure at Tottenham. But also Vicario coming out and saying the fans expect us to fight and we didn't. That's a bit worrying, isn't it, when your goalkeeper saying we didn't show any fight in a North London derby. Very, very disappointing, Tottenham fans. Leeds fans, I'm quite disappointed with you, to be honest.
Well, the fans. You're disappointed with the fans.
Especially that one man who tried to get towards Daniel Farker in the dugout.
I was listening to this on the radio and I could hear them saying that literally a guy's walked down the steps. He's walked past Unai Emery and somehow got really close to him.
This guy is clearly an idiot and he's happy to waste away his season ticket money because he won't be welcome back to Ellen Road, I'm sure. What are you doing trying to approach anyone?
But what's he going to say? What's he going to... Because Eddie Howe, it happened to Eddie Howe, didn't it?
Chance of make a sub were being made. So, look, I know there were questions about his team selection, Daniel Farkas, but Leeds aren't going to go anywhere, are they, if the fans are all... It feels a bit toxic, doesn't it? And they should be enjoying the season and having a bit of optimism because they're not cut adrift, are they? It's not like a Wolves situation. And also in the F1, would you like a very boring tyre story?
Yeah.
So it's all changed at the F1 now because the lead that Lando Norris had at the top has been cut from 42 points down to 24 because he's been disqualified for having it. It says here. His tyre, what is it? Something to do with his tyre skids. The rear skids of his car were measured and found to be below the minimum thickness of 9mm specified under Article 3.5.9 of the technical regulations. The relevant measurements were 8.88mm.
Can you try and dumb that down for me? I'm joking. I
don't know really what that means.
No, I don't know what that means either. But him and Piastri, both of them, wouldn't it?
While we're talking about cars, it's cold. Check your tyres, everyone, before you head out this morning.
That is a great bit of advice.
Bit of winter advice for you.
Kane, thank you very much. We'll be back in around 10 minutes' time for hopefully a little bit more fun with the front pages. But yeah, that is a big story. It's only 2 races to go. Who is going to take home the F1 Drivers' Championship?
I just can't take it seriously, though, the F1 when the picture is of them driving in a pink car made of Lego.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's just a bit weird. Like, how's that a real sport?
Is that a real sport? Well, it was after they'd won, so it was after Max Verstappen won.
If any, imagine if
I quite like it.
Imagine Arsenal players riding around the Emirates pitch, waving to the fans.
Yeah, but they're also not in Vegas. Like, they're in Vegas. Do you know, like, that's the most normal thing to happen in Vegas. Have you
North
been
London's
to
as
Vegas?
exciting as Vegas, isn't it?
Vegas is the most mental place I've ever been to, and that, for Vegas, is completely normal.
Yeah, I suppose.
Thank you very much, Kane. We'll see you in a little bit. I'm Olivia Bazaglo. You're listening to Early Sports Breakfast. Here on talkSPORT, up next, I'll have my say, will I? I don't know if I will, on whether Chelsea can make a serious title tilt and whether Liverpool are out of it.